Hola a todos, bienvenidos de vuelta a InglishOn. Hemos aprendido a presentarnos y a despedirnos.
Pero hoy vamos al desafío más grande de todos. ¿Qué demonios dices en el medio? ¿Cómo mantienes viva la conversación por más de 30 segundos?
Exacto, vamos a conquistar el small talk, que es esa conversación trivial que parece fácil, pero que es la clave para sonar totalmente fluido y seguro.
Si quieres que la gente deje de pensar que estás leyendo un guión, este es tu episodio. Enciende tu inglés con nosotros.
Conversation, the bridge builders. Hey B, welcome back. So, small talk. I think the biggest fear for students is the dead end. They answer a question and then silence.
Oh, totally. That silence is deafening. The goal of small talk isn't information, it's to build a bridge. We need to teach people bridge builders, phrases that connect two ideas.
I think the most important bridge builder is the follow-up question. Never give an answer with asking a question back.
Right. If someone asks, "How was your weekend?" and you say, "It was good," the conversation dies. You need to say, "It was relaxing, thanks. Did you get up to anything interesting?"
That "did you get up to anything interesting" is golden. It's open-ended and demands a real answer. Another great one is "what about you?" It's fast and casual.
Let's talk about a classic small talk topic, work. You already taught them to say, "I work at X as a Y." How do you keep that going?
You show interest by asking about the experience, not just the job title. I use, "Oh, that sounds interesting. What's the best part about your job?"
That's smart. Or if their job sounds stressful, you can say, "Wow, that must keep you busy. Is it challenging?" You're acknowledging their life, not just asking for facts.
Wait, I have an embarrassing anecdote about silence. I was at a networking event and a guy told me he was an actuary. I panicked because I didn't know what that was. I just nodded and said, "That's cool," and then there was this terrible 6-second silence.
Oh no, the 6-second silence is deadly.
I should have used a bridge builder. I should have said, "I'm not familiar with that. Can you tell me a little bit about what that involves?" That's the safe way to admit you don't know something.
Exactly. You turned your confusion into a natural question. That's the art of small talk.
Fillers and hesitation, sounding spontaneous.
Let's move on to fillers. This is what makes people sound like they're thinking in English, not translating. They are essential for a 20-minute conversation.
Fillers are the glue. They buy you time and make you sound human. Let's list the top 3.
You know, the ultimate pause confirmation.
Well, to transition or start an answer you're not sure about.
I mean, to clarify or backtrack what you just said.
I use "you know" constantly. It's like my brain's punctuation mark. Another one that shows you're reflecting is, "let me see," or "that's a good question."
And how about the words that add emphasis but are just filler? I love like and basically.
Yeah, like basically I went to the store and it was closed. They don't mean anything, but they fill the space.
You don't have to use them as much as teenagers, but using them once or twice adds flavor. I mean, it shows you're not overly worried about perfect grammar.
Let's practice this. Alex, ask me about my weekend and I'll use a lot of filler before answering. Hey B, how was your weekend? Anything fun happen?
Well, let me see. Basically, I just hung out with some friends on Saturday. We were, just watching a game. It was nice. What about yours?
See how natural that sounded? He bought himself 3 seconds of time with, well, let me see. That's a native move.
Topic shifting and opinions.
Okay, what happens when you've exhausted the topic of the weekend and the job? You need a graceful exit to a new topic. You need a topic shifter.
This is where the small talk gets interesting. The phrase you need is, "Oh, speaking of old topic."
That's fantastic. If you were talking about your tough job, you could say, "Oh, speaking of being busy, I heard there's a new restaurant opening next week. Have you checked it out?"
You just bridged two completely unrelated topics, work and food, perfectly. Another good one is just to introduce a totally new topic gently. By the way, have you heard about?
And let's quickly cover giving opinions, because opinions keep the conversation moving. You don't just say, "I agree," you say, "Totally agree," or "Tell me about it."
Tell me about it is an idiom that means I completely agree with you. If you disagree, don't say, "No, you are wrong." Say, "I see your point, but," or "I'm not sure about that."
"I'm not sure about that" is the most polite way to say "I disagree." It softens the blow.
Let's practice a topic shift. I'll complain about the weather, and you shift to asking about dinner plans.
This rain is so annoying. It's absolutely pouring out there.
Tell me about it. It's been raining for days. Hey, speaking of the rain, I was just thinking about staying in tonight. Do you have any dinner plans?
Pause. See how smooth that was? That takes the conversation from the sky to the kitchen in one sentence.
Advanced small talk, compliments, and ending gracefully.
Another powerful tool for building rapport in small talk is the compliment, but it has to be genuine and simple.
Agreed. Don't compliment their intelligence, compliment something immediate. "I love your jacket," or "That's a great phone case."
And the only required response to a compliment is "thank you." Don't minimize it, just accept it.
That takes us to the final lesson. And finally, even though we covered endings, let's talk about the graceful transition to the end. You don't just jump to "I gotta run," you wrap it up.
The wrap-up involves summarizing and validating the interaction. You say, "Well, it was great talking to you. I really enjoyed our chat."
That signals I'm about to leave, so please don't start a new story. And then the escape phrase, "I should probably get going now."
That "I should probably get going now" is polite. And then the standard farewell. Have a good one.
Let's do a full example conversation from start to finish, using all our tips, fillers, questions, and the graceful exit.
A y B hacen una conversación de 2 a 3 minutos simulando todos los puntos. Great job today, everyone! You learned that small talk isn't about the topic, it's about the bridge builders and the filler words.
Remember to use "what about you" and the escape phrase, "I gotta run."
En español, esperamos que este episodio les dé la confianza para mantener viva cualquier conversación.
Exacto. Pongan estas frases en práctica. No se queden solo con "it was good". Añadan el "you know" y el "I mean".
Sigan practicando y mantengan su InglishOn.
Nos vemos la próxima. ¡Chao!